Hey guys, and welcome back to another part of Deus Ex Revision.
Yeah, hello.
He seems to forget that I've stopped introducing him now, so that's why it takes a while. But yeah, we're just pretty much now gonna square off with Gunther, who's in that area.
Now you see that you cannot succeed all alone against the whole world.
You came all the way to Paris to tell me that?
It is a simple message I am demonstrating. We know where you are going and what you intend.
That doesn't mean you can stop me.
I have been upgraded for this assignment. I am engaging.
Get you,
So-
fancy pants McGee.
You can hide from him, but not for long. Well, I mean, he'll be in a permanent state of alertness, really, so he'll always be looking for you, even if he can't see you. And this is just going to take a long time. But this is why we have the augmentation of the targeting org activated. So what it's going to show is his sights and ow. Oh crap.
Denton, is that? I believe I will enjoy this.
Crap, get up the stairs. Don't try and take him head on. You will not win. So you see when I'm activating this, you can see it's like got health on anything that you hover over, essentially. Not sure why it's giving you health on the containers, but you know, whatever. So it'll show you the health of what's his name, Gunther. So it'll at least tell us how far along we've got to. Right, so his overall health is 99%, 95% overall. I want to try and aim for his head. I'm going to save it, because this will suck doing this.
I am engaging.
Ow! Yeah, just don't take him head on, he's got way too much health. Where's he gone? There he is. Oh crap. Ow, 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 ow. I mean, this is the only time the targeting in this game is ever good.
Come out! Give me my revenge!
Give me my revenge.
He's still pining for that.
As long as he doesn't say Rwenge, it's all good.
He has a assault gun and a flamethrower. I'm not entirely sure what it is he's been
Are you
upgraded
listening? I will hunt you down wherever you run.
Barbecues.
I believe I will enjoy this.
for. Actually, now that I think about it, there is a way we can do this quicker. He will survive if not directly contacted with an explosive. It'll significantly drain his health, but he can survive it. Oh,
And that knocks him out, does it?
nope. It'll hopefully drain him enough so that we can use more, well, less. Okay, so let's see what his health is now. See, overall health is 27%. Don't want to blow him up though.
Are you listening?
Sugar. Right, we don't want to do that. We don't want to do that. But we have a good idea. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. Could you just not, please?
I believe I will enjoy this.
Now he's got his frame for it. Oh wow. Okay, that actually just outright killed him.
Halfway killed you as well.
Hey, stop looking for me.
I just love how it bounces like a rubber ball.
I know.
Doing.
Save it. Nope. No. I don't want to fail my achievement, even though I've done it like 5 times already now. I mean, it's just proven that we can do this.
He is here.
You can, but will you?
Okay, I'm not going to risk doing that again. Trying to get his health down lower than I should.
Yeah, it keeps backfiring on you.
A bit, just a bit. Sod off, are you kidding me? He's just gone in the other room. Okay. His health is... see, his health is a lot lower now. I'm not entirely sure... So, yeah, you don't need to worry too much about using too many augments, because essentially you've got a repair bot that's downstairs in the vaults. Thankfully, this is going surprisingly well.
I am engaging.
I'm not sure if it's worth me using some flare darts first.
You do? What you gonna do?
Ow, 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 ow. He doesn't like that.
Would you?
No, not supposedly, but then... Oh, he's at 4 health. He's at 4% health. He's going. He's gonna go. Dude, get over it. I'm going to kill you. You're going to die. Oh! Is that it? Yay! We did it! Wow, that actually took a lot less time than I thought. But then, I kind of, you know, exploited it a little bit. And,
So what, is he dead? Knocked out?
targeting window hidden, yeah. No, stop activating that. Okay. Unconscious Gunther Hermann. Now, interestingly enough, he doesn't drop the augmentation canister, which we now just realise.
Can't you loot it? Can't you loot it?
Apparently not, because it would have been in here, in this stack.
Oh.
So I'm guessing. I don't know, really. I mean, I'm guessing what that was the... Which one was it now? I'm guessing it might have been this one, the ballistic protection.
Ah, okay.
I mean, that seems like what it was, because it's perpetually active whenever you try to damage him. So there you go. If you want a... because you will be penalised, obviously, as you just saw before, of when he dies, of a no death run through. But yeah, we managed to do that pretty painlessly, very well. Quite chuffed, actually. I was quite... oh, right, I almost forgot. Some more augments up there. I kind of want them.
I want the augments.
Oh, I can't use it anymore. Never mind. Screw you then. Oops-a daisy. I wish there was like a thing that you can, like a number next to your bioelectric biocell meter, like there is in your health. No, it was this way. So yeah, that's pretty much the best way to do it if you don't want to waste. Because I remember I actually didn't realise you could do that, and it's still being classed as an, you know, a non-lethal takedown if you were to use grenades. Because it didn't occur to me that Gunther could survive a grenade attack.
Yeah.
But therein lies the dilemma. Nothing. So yeah, just a great way to do it. But again, don't do it when you're trying to take him head on. Do it silently, trying to, you know, avoid his direct attacks. You will not be able to take him head on. I mean, even if right, if I was to use the stun, the charger prod, It stun locks enemies, mostly enemies, but not Gunther. I think I've shown that. I may have demonstrated that in an earlier part. But when you use this, it will just have the ballistic shield activated, and he'll still continue to move around and just pelt you with bullets. So there's no way you can win. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember the password of this or whatever. I don't really care.
Do you know what I find funny about this whole thing is that you've knocked him unconscious, right? So that means he hasn't died. I can imagine now that he's just like going to be fuming when he like wakes up, and he just doesn't want to fight you again. So he's just like, "Nah, fuck you."
That is true. If
and it's just
we were
like
in a logical world. But when
does he come back?
No, when they're unconscious, that's it.
Yeah, but I can just imagine like in the background of it all, he gets up and he's just like, "Fuck." Well, fine. Fine. Fuck you, JC.
Data lock, disengage, system, uplink, transfer, establish. I completely forgot. This is one of the things where you completely lose your mind sometimes about what it is you're doing. Like, you came here to disengage a lock of some sorts for the behest of someone who's asked you to also additionally find some gold at the behest of someone else who sent you to Paris in order to do a favour from someone who you lose yourself way too much in this game.
I know, it's one of those things you got to do a thing to do a thing to do the thing that you've got to do the thing to do the thing for, sort of thing.
It's like you have to write down exactly what your premise is of this game.
Yeah, you got to do 12 things to do one thing.
Originally, you would just all you were meant to do was discover what the plot was and why you turned against. Like the only time you ever had freedom in this game was when you defected against UNATCO, and then you wanted to discover why that was. Well, you've discovered it now. You've done that, and you've also saved your brother in the process. And now you just, Jesus Christ, it's like
now you've gone down you've gone down the rabbit hole now.
Yeah. It's like we're so far beyond the looking glass. You're actually through it, mate.
It's behind you now.
Yeah, miles back in what direction? I don't know.
We did certainly teach you how to fight, didn't we?
You're worried, Simons. We almost have a cure.
You have nothing. Even if Everett succeeds, you can't synthesize enough vaccine to stop an epidemic. You need a universal constructor, and don't think Page Industries is going to leave one lying around for you to use. Not after you blew up the one in Hong Kong.
I was never properly trained in its operation.
Laugh it up, Denton. Next time we won't use an old box of bolts like Gunter. The only reason I let him go to Paris is that I was sick of his moaning about Navarra and constant requests for a tune-up.
You sent him because you knew he would fight to the death.
Makes the two of us.
He was the last of the mechs. Next time you will face someone of your own abilities.
What defines him as a mech? He sounded pretty human to me.
I guess because he's got more visible upgrades. Because you know, like how Denton's got loads of computer bits in him.
Yeah,
he hasn't got like limb replacement like he has.
Yeah, that's true. It's more implants for Denton.
I'm getting what I need.
Yeah.
Good work. I will now consent to meet you in person. Go to the metro station nearby and await my instructions.
Oh, do I have to? Fine. Yeah, I think that there's a quicker way to go out this way. But yeah, that's just pretty much, how he wanted to leave it off, really. Walton Simons didn't really care about the mechs, essentially, as much as they did with the, Ow.
Well, they're outdated, aren't they? Obsolete.
Yeah.
So he's probably just thought, fucking get rid of them.
I'm really glad that didn't take as long as it could have.
Yeah, so now you've got some time to do something else, if you want.
Oh, there is... The crap! Okay. For some reason, they're constantly active. Why? Did I not disable them? Alright then. Gonna go down this way. But yeah, there really isn't anything else to do, I'm afraid, in this area.
You've been getting much closer to regaining power. It's time I went
You're hearing the voice of a majestic 12 nearby. No need to be alarmed. For now, I can protect you in darkness for a day or so.
Go up. Christ, will you let me get in this thing? Okay.
Water doesn't go well with games.
Do I need to crouch things?
Can't really program it very well. Dunno.
Come on. There, you had to crouch while you're in the air. It's so dumb.
Imagine how silly that would look to somebody looking at him doing.
I know.
What is he doing?
I don't really feel like a spy right now, okay?
Just splashing about, crouching in the air.
I feel like I'm
Top
mentally
secret
challenged.
stealth,
I feel like a mentally challenged Olympian.
Yeah. This is the best the US government has to offer? Alright.
Well, physically challenged, rather.
I think both, to be honest.
Yeah, they kind of...
Just flailing about
They
in,
go hand in hand sometimes.
in the river. Yeah.
So, yeah, there's really not much else to do around here. I think... Yeah, there's nothing else. We've done
No
everything now.
secrets, nothing to get.
Systems were very cooperative. Upload complete.
You were just a prototype, Denton. A prototype for me.
Ah, whatever, Paige. Shut up. I mean, at this
Hey,
point now,
talk, big, why
Paige
don't
is
you?
starting to talk to us. Because he's obviously not happy with what we've accomplished. But then it's like, even the upper ones, the upper management guys got sick and tired of Gunther's constant requests for...
My associate, Toby Atanwe,
I don't
will meet
blame
below.
him, I'd get fucking sick of him and all.
I know. Just constant, on and on. Just shoot first and ask questions later.
See, and the problem is now that he's survived, it technically in the background, he's just going to go on even more.
Well, that's the thing, but the game's not going to recognise that.
No,
I wish
it won't.
I wish
So
it
it's-
did.
I know, that would be hilarious if they kept on making like passive remarks about him, that's just like not shutting up about losing to you. Oh, that would be so funny.
It's got more...
Make sure your travel documents are in order.
Yeah,
No,
I'll
you.
I'll think about it.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Pardon me.
See, this looks like a worse map to look at. You can barely look at... I mean, sorry. You can barely read what exactly is established in this. Like, the resolution in this one's a lot worse than the one we saw before.
Yeah.
Although, this, to be honest, it might be a different map. I actually don't know anymore. Yeah, so nothing's hostile in this area, thankfully. Ooh.
Here to buy a ticket.
Hey.
Only a couple of trains are running. It's not my job to memorize the train schedule.
Well.
Is it not working
like
in the
everybody
train
else.
fucking station?
Let me just save it just because I think. Oh, okay.
You travel at your own risk tonight, monsieur.
Yeah. Can I go in here? I can't remember if...
Squeeze through the little hole.
I'm trying to remember now. I think there's a way, like, you can go in to some of these. Could
There
have sworn
has
there
to
was. I could swear there was. Like this door. I don't know. I generally thought there was. Maybe there was in a previous patch. I don't know. I do remember going in that room, but I don't know. Maybe they've discontinued it now. Because I played this game over a few months ago. Not a few months ago. About half a year ago.
Oh yeah.
See, there's someone that looks a lot more presentable than that other woman in the picture.
It's too bad she's got her face torn off because the fucking...
Yeah.
Someone's been vandalising the photo. I mean, wear and tear.
See, this looks a lot better. So it's a bit inconsistent sometimes with the maps. This one looks a lot better. You can read the letters and the words clearer. Yeah, as far as reading another language goes. Russell, I can't read that.
Russell
Vuitton?
Vuitton. Yeah, that's a French word.
Vuitton.
Russell
It's not
Vuitton.
Louis. It's Russell Vuitton, definitely. Well, it's not Louis anyway. De Gula? Is that De Gale? De Gale?
De Gaulle.
De Gaulle. That's right. Sorry. De Gaulle Airport.
One of the French presidents in wartime.
Charles de Gaulle Etoile. I think it's Etoile. Madeleine
Artois. Oh no, not
Châtel. Gambetta.
Châtelet. Gambetta.
Châtelet, yeah, sorry, Châtel. I'm thinking of the word chateau,
Oh yeah.
which is French for castle.
Yep, it certainly is.
Wow, 1350. Nice. Whoa.
Keep going. A Tonway is in the tube below.
Nah. I'll think about it.
You just say in the tube below.
Oh. Yeah.
That's the wrong subway system. Call it what you want, I don't give a shit.
I cannot remember if I'm supposed to know. Ooh. Repair bot.
Hair bomb?
Repair bot.
Oh, I thought you said pear bomb. I was like, what?
Is this guy okay?
Oh, I see now. Your friend is waiting by the tracks.
Do you know me?
More gangsters every day. You have weapons? I am selling weapon modifications. 750 for accuracy.
Nope.
800 for range.
Nope.
Also, I was lucky to find thermoptic camo.
No.
5,000.
No.
No thanks.
No business for me.
Yep. I'm good. Don't
Good in a
think-
hood.
Can't remember if they have a problem with me breaking down the doors. So
I think I
try
might.
not to use them if I need to. But there's no money in there anyway. More. Really? Wow. Station's being a bit stingy now.
Fucking hell, man.
Hey, dude.
You travel at your own risk tonight, monsieur.
Yeah. Must have been this area then. That was the thing. So password for this is 1112. And the only reason I figured that out is because in the notes, it actually tells you that in the game files that you pretty much the only way you're going to discover these passwords is by sort of looking in the game files, which, you know, you could argue that it's a bit cheating, really, but to be honest, there's not much in here that justifies me using it. I mean, I've used lockpicks and multi-tools properly before that haven't gave me any much worth, so.
Yeah.
But, you know, I did play this game before, so it's only fair to have my notes. I mean, it's technically okay to use notes, especially when you're trying to 100% a game. You're not going to remember everything.
It's one of those games where if it's just going to write shit down for you, you might as well write down the rest.
Pretty much.
Because there are those like old games, like really old games, where you had to write shit down. Like there was no fucking option. That was the whole point. So writing stuff down to remember it is perfectly fucking legit, I think.
In a way, it kind of
fault anyone for doing it.
It helps you remembering them stuff anyway. I find I remember things easier when I've written them down for some reason, even when I don't need to look at them again.
Yeah.
But that goes in that therein lies, you know, a subjective opinion whether you consider that sort of cheating or whatever. But imagine trying to 100% a Final Fantasy game. Guarantee you'll need to use notes.
I don't consider writing things down cheating.
No. And
considering
travel
our games,
adversaries are in effect.
it's a requirement.
Yeah. More maps. Oh yeah, that's helpful. How the hell are you meant to know where you're going on that?
In real life, that would probably be quite clear.
Probably. But I don't think... Really, do the maps look like this in France? Like, they don't stick them on the side here. They've got to look up there. Turn
Yeah, I don't know, yeah.
Because that's really...
It's got to suck if you've got a bad back.
I know.
Your neck's hurt. Your neck's a bit of a crick. It's like, oh, could you read that map for me?
Yeah. Suddenly you can't go down now. You've got whiplash.
Yeah.
God damn it.
JC Denton, I will take you to Everett, but you will be forbidden to learn the way yourself.
That will be quite a trick.
You will not be armed in any way.
You will not be armed in
There's
any
no
way.
point selecting this. It just means you're going to be stuck in the metro, and then you'll have to come back to him eventually. So this is if you want us to leave the metro. Excuse me. If you're ready to do it, and so yeah.
Do what you must.
Step a little closer.
Would have been cool if you got like a little train
See,
cinematic.
no inconvenience whatsoever.
Everett must be paranoid.
We all are. The Illuminati is getting a taste of its own medicine.
Has he made any progress on the Grey Death virus?
Your uplink provided the missing encryption key. He has been able to complete the work that Professor Tong began.
I must see him at once.
He is downstairs in the lab.
Yep. And here we are in Mulgrew and Everett's place, which is essentially the last location you'll be shown in France, I'm afraid.
That's it? You're finished?
Yep, it's the last location, so if you don't want to say goodbye to France, well, kind of soak it up as much as you can now, because this is going to be the last location for it. I feel like if they were to ever remake this game, which they better bloody do, they need to make this open world. Like the environments, at least open sandbox, like discovering huge amounts of New York and Paris and Hong Kong, and just like have loads of optional things. Like kind of make it like a mixture of Watch Dogs and I don't know. Yeah, Watch Dogs and Thief and GTA mixed together and put it into a Deus Ex game. Why not? That's what I'd love to see. Okay. I think the maid's pissed with us.
The Illuminati's objective is to govern the world. Do not be deceived.
You're probably right. But, you know, you can stop telling me this, considering I haven't even made my decision yet. Relax.
Well, you got 3 decisions to choose from.
Yes. I mean, it's an old game, really, so I shouldn't be spoiling too much with it. The only difference between this and the other games is just the environments. The vanilla, sorry.
Yeah.
I forgot about this. Can you open this? Oh, you can. Okay. Okay, there's a key around here. Oh, there it is. Aquarium hatch key. Which is not this.
You missed dinner, but help yourself to a snack.
Well, that technically wasn't really my fault, given I had, you know, Majestic 12 to deal with. You could have just saved me stuff.
Pop it in the freezer.
Do you know what? She reminds me of
reheat later.
She reminds me of Mr. Burns, where in the early episodes where Smithers cooks him like a banquet, and he takes a couple of bites of meat,
Really?
and then do you remember? It's the episode where Bart runs away from home.
Oh,
And,
I haven't seen that episode in a while.
It's in the Thanksgiving episode or something.
Do not to disturb Lucius de Beers.
The only thing I remember about Mr. Burns and food is when he's in bed and Smithers like brings him like a crusty burger or something like that, and he goes, "No ethnic food," and just, like slams it on the floor. I hate ethnic food.
Who?
Mr. Burns?
When did he say that?
Yeah, I think it's the Who Shot Mr. The one where he gets paranoid in the casino.
No, that's not. Bloody hell, that's not Who Shot Mr. Burns. It's not even close.
No, it isn't. I was going to say that, but no, it isn't. It's the one where he opens a casino.
Yeah, I know which one that is. And he turns into, like, apparently Sam Simon.
Yeah, he's got like a big beard and everything.
Yeah, like really long nails and everything.
Yeah, that's the one. And the other food one I remember him with is when he eats Blinky the fish and spits it out. And everyone's like, oh, what a horrible man. Yeah, for not liking irradiated food. But then again, he did lie about it and say it was great.
Yummy. Well, I mean, I thought he was talking praises about the fish.
Yeah, he was.
And it was like, he feels bad for eating it. He could have just said that. Really?
Yeah, he could have did, but he didn't.
He could have did, but he didn't.
He could have did, but he didn't. Ah, that was an old episode. That was like series 1 shit.
Yep. So, ooh, even more points. Are we up to 5? Oh my god, so close to getting electronics mastered, which I may as well do, to be honest. So.
I am an Electro Master.
This area is actually not that big, but there's so many dialogue things to choose from. Sorry, there's so much exposition in this area. It's going to take us a little bit of a while.
So this is where the Illuminati ended up after centuries of conspiring to rule the world.
The conspiracy is about to begin again, JC, between you and me. Nicolette was wise to bring us together. Wise like her mother. The most effective partnerships, like Beth's and mine, arise from mutual necessity.
I came to talk about the Grey Death. Atanwe said you cracked the virus.
A trivial matter. Page added nothing to the core design. However, what we need to construct is a carbano-carbon ROM module, not exactly a vaccine.
Can it be done without a universal constructor?
No, we need time on a UC. But I know where we might find one, and also gain access to the U.S. military networks.
U.S. military?
To stop Icarus from completely destroying the Daedalus AI. Daedalus is a design of mine. It replaced the old Echelon 3 network.
Echelon? The surveillance system for the United Nations. So Daedalus was an MJ-12 tool and rebelled?
More of a pattern matching error. It classified Majestic 12 as a terrorist group, alongside the NSF and Silhouette.
And alongside the Illuminati, right? Are you sure Daedalus is your ally?
What matters to us is that it opposes Majestic 12. We must help it destroy their intelligence apparatus. But that will require the military networks. I have already contacted Gary Savage of X-51.
The former Area 51 scientists. Are they still camped out at the Vandenberg Air Force Base?
They are close to completing a UC and have the kind of connection Daedalus will need.
Sounds like my pilot and I should head to Vandenberg.
Yes, I took the liberty of radioing him. Here is the key to the helipad stairway. The door is in the foyer where Atanwe revived you. Good luck. I will be in contact.
That's a bit of a dangerous position to be in. You know that old saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend, which
yeah,
isn't
that's exactly
true.
what I was thinking of. But not in this case, okay?
No, in this case it's true, but like in real life, you can't bank on that phrase being true in real life.
No, I know, but they see. What I mean is they see Daedalus as an ally, but Daedalus doesn't see them as an ally.
Well, exactly.
So I mean, it doesn't work both ways.
Well, that's it. You can two enemies can have a common goal, but that doesn't align them entirely. You gotta be careful with your allies, because you know once you've got the common threat out of the way, they could fucking turn on you like a fucking bitch.
Essentially, yeah. But then this is what the whole situation of this was bound to happen.
Yeah.
I mean, someone gains power, so you can just unlock these things without needing a passcode. And this is interesting. That little camera there. We're gonna get to that in a minute. That's another AI system that he's developed.
Another fucking hell.
I know, this is getting really weird, but okay.
I made this one to play chess, and
Vision
then it went
enhancement
rogue.
and targeting. Ah, okay. So we don't actually need the targeting one anymore. EMP, shield, and ballistics protection. Which I haven't actually upgraded yet, have I?
Not as far as I'm aware.
I'm hoping that's not going to use this. Oh wait, I don't have any, do I? Yeah, I don't have any. Hey. Yeah, so I'll upgrade that. If it'll let me, which it won't. I think I might need to find a bot. Have an augment upgrade catalyst though. What do I want to use this for? To be honest, I think I actually want to upgrade my torch. Make it more powerful. Although that could be more of a detriment than a benefit. Nope. I'm gonna go muscle.
I'm gonna be a heavy.
God, what the hell? When the hell is that ever good? Christ. It's been flipping useless for most of the game. Do I want to sacrifice a lockpicking tool? No, I need to sacrifice 2, so it's not worth getting a mortar toolkit for just 2 lockpicks. Okay, so we've got a lot of ground to cover on this. And if we turn right here, we'll actually find Alex Jacobson. Which, hey dude, guess he got tired of his tongue.
Explaining
visual enhancement. Yeah, I'm gonna. So this is this is what the shifter mod does. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this before again, but it can actually replace the augments that you have and change them over.
Yeah.
To a different one. So in this case, because we've used the targeting now for the only purpose we want, I'm going to install the visual enhancement. Select the augmentation to replace. The augmentation must be the eyesight. Oh, okay, yeah, so we have to select it. Which is interesting, I don't know why it wouldn't do that automatically. And here we can actually use it to upgrade, as you've seen before, so yeah, that's what we're going to do.
Coolio.
Yeah. Hey Alex. What you do?
Good news, huh? Looks like we might pull this thing off.
Alex, what are you doing here?
Tong sent me. He wanted me to help with the decryption.
Looks like Everett has it all figured out.
Listen quickly. Tong doesn't trust the Illuminati. He sent me here to keep an eye on Everett.
I see. How about the triads? Is the truce going to hold?
Last I heard. But I guess we have other things to worry about now, huh? I'll keep you in touch through your info link. I'll try my best to keep you informed.
Yes, do exactly that. Keep me informed.
Wow, even Tong doesn't trust Everett. I'm assuming Alex is on board with not trusting him as well, given that he came all the way here to tell me that.
Yeah.
And to keep an eye on him. What's this? Toby, I'm afraid I'll be in the lab for quite a while, concentrating on this most interesting new development. If you need to access the security system, this week's code is Psychon. We should be especially wary now with this recent turn of events. I imagine Bobby's feeling the first signs of apprehension, and he tends to overreact when that happens. And if Lucius continues to complain, you may access his life support with the same password at the central computer. Please don't raise his temperature more than a degree, as I don't want him thawing out. Everett. Yeah, so he's talking about someone who's in cryogenic suspension.
Yeah.
Which I never actually realised he was in it. I never actually realised this guy existed until I played this the last time around. Which is really freaking interesting.
You won't be hearing from Tong for a while. He had to leave Hong Kong.
Why? The triads?
He said he had some business to take care of. I don't know. He didn't look so good.
Sick?
Either that or something was bothering him. The last thing he said to me, it was something about all the machines in his lab being useless. And then he cut off the connection.
Useless for what?
It was just an outburst. I don't know, but he wants me to wait here for instructions. JC, Tong is serious about Everett. He wants you to be careful.
Well, I've been getting red flags from everybody now, so I think at this point, if you haven't been paying attention, kinda have to. Anything else?
While you're in the air, I guess I'll be helping Everett prepare Daedalus for the attack. I hope he knows what he's doing. The Echelon kernel was designed almost exclusively for collecting data, so we have to add functionality for memory wipes, thread termination, that kind of thing. It's not often you get to construct a software worm that might do some good for the world. Everett and Tong will need some control of the network if they're ever going to come out of hiding.
Wow.
Good luck at Vandenberg.
Thanks, buddy. So I'm assuming... Okay, so Everett. And... what did he say the password was? PSY Con, is it?
Psycon?
No.
Nope.
It's... crap, I forgot. PYN Con, okay. Everett. I don't actually know if this is the password. Everett. No, what do you misspelled it? PYN Con. Oh, that was the password, good. I placed the nano-organic material that we received today in suspension until we have an opportunity to perform an analysis. The codes are 2384 and 6426. Please let me know if you have any questions, Toby. To which we've already, you know, gotten out of using the security terminal, but whatever. Huh. I don't suspect any of those passwords will work for this. 2384. Nope. 6426. Nope. So, I'd rather go in there when we're ready. I didn't grab another key whilst I was here, did I? So we can actually hear a helicopter now. That's actually Jock waiting for us.
Who else was it gonna be?
Many people.
Not Jock.
I actually don't want to go there yet.
This line has been shut
I wanna
down
hang around.
by order of UNESCO.
Wow, Unatco shut down his phone. Brutal. I'm trying to remember where the hell there's a password, a key. There's a key for that, so where the hell is it? Jesus, I swear it's one of those cryptic things again that the game's decided to put.
Is it under a pillow? Under a chair?
No. I don't think it will be that simple.
You know, some things are deceptively simple, but yeah, I know. I guess not in this case.
Who's Lucius De Beers?
Oh, you do not know him?
Someone who works for Everett?
It is not for me to discuss Mr. De Beers.
Why? Is there something to hide?
He is a friend of Mr. Everett's and very sick. You must not disturb him or inquire about him.
I don't remember that conversation with her.
I am not permitted to discuss Mr. De Beers. Just cleaning up.
Yeah, right. Okay, alright, well let's talk to Jock. We're not gonna leave. Don't worry. We're just gonna go through one of my favourite sets of dialogues in this game. It's pretty much what put it on the map.
Just got refueled and waiting for you.
Yep. Don't worry, we're not going to be leaving any time soon, so chill out.
Huh?
Cool,
Is there a
your
problem?
jets.
Just looking around.
I checked her out. She's fueled up and ready to go.
Is something wrong?
Huh? No, I said I checked her out. You want the thing to run, right? If you're gonna cross the ocean.
Of course. Better safe than sorry.
That's not a voice anyone's ever had.
Odd mechanic.
I fixed her right up for you. Something wrong?
Such a cartoon voice.
I think your friend's ready to go. I got a pretty cush job, huh? Something wrong?
Right. So we'll save it.
I talked to Savage. Sounds like Vandenberg may be in some trouble. Get in.
Just a minute.
Don't take all night.
Yeah.
When's I don't know if I should spoil it or not.
No, don't spoil it.
But I
don't
think
spoil it.
no, I won't spoil it.
Don't spoil it. Well,
I'll
trust me,
ask you
it will.
what-
I'm gonna make it happen now. So, I know what you're gonna say, but
Yeah.
even though I've, kind of spoiled some things prematurely already about the whole Gunther thing.
Save this one. Let's be nice.
Yeah. Just in case there's like the 1% of people that have not seen this game played or.
And then they go into a tirade over the spoiler. Ah!
We'll be nice.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't forget to say hi to your friend from UNETCO, Mr. Jacobson.
Already bumped into him.
Very thoughtful of Tom. My own computer technician. I suppose he can help me prepare a comlink for Daedalus.
Hey, about your mechanic at the helipad. Something about him seemed a little off.
Yes, Pierre. I haven't been able to reach him. What's wrong?
Pierre? He sounded American to me.
Pierre has never been to America. Who's up there? He's not one of my people.
I don't know, but he shouldn't be working on the chopper.
You better get back to the helipad on the double. That man must be eliminated. One spy could wreck everything we're working for.
I won't let him get away.
Very convincing there. I won't let him get away.
I forgot how you were meant to determine if he wasn't the right mechanic or real one. And that's a pretty good description for it. Oh my god, too long.
I did think his voice was a bit odd.
Yeah, but more so than that, Pierre's a French name, and this guy sounds American, just
Sounds
like
American.
JC said.
Yeah, well, I've got a Norwegian name, but I don't sound fucking Norwegian. That's why when I played that's why when I played it, it never clocked in my mind.
Yeah. Come on.
Alright, start talking. Who sent you?
I don't know what you mean.
You got a funny way of talking. Pierre.
It wasn't me. He was dead when I got here.
You've got 5 seconds to tell me who you work for. 1. 2.
No one, man. No one.
Sweet.
So now we can actually go through the best dialogue in the game by far.
Definitely.
You've been looking forward to this, haven't you?
Yes, of course.
Ready?
You better double check your systems. That mechanic was an imposter.
Yeah?
Everett doesn't know him. What did he work on?
The fuel system. Now that you mention it. Wait a minute. This isn't right.
What isn't?
Oh my god, JC, a bomb!
A bomb?
It's remote controlled. Hold on.
Get out of there.
Just have to pull this wire. There. Relax. I disabled the detonator. We can drop the thing in the Atlantic on the way back to the States. You make a good detective, JC. Ready to get out of here?
Just a minute.
Don't take all night.
Yeah. So what were you gonna say? What were you gonna say?
Nothing. It's already been said.
enough said. So, just out of curiosity, if you actually want to find the real mechanic, he's in the floorboards here.
Yeah. It's funny how nobody else has to smash through these grates. They just put things under. It's like they lift them up, but no, JC has to smash.
Yeah, smashing.
You can tell when JC's been around.
Yeah. Very true. See, I'm annoyed at myself now. Where the hell is that freaking key? It does my head in now.
Fuck if I know.
Christ. Alright, okay. There's a couple of ideas that I have.
In the rafters.
I don't know. I mean, it's a key to something. Stop using that. It's a key for something that you can access that you're not able to access until you. There's a lamb in there. Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
I'll just store these up here.
What's that?
What?
Something in the corner.
Are those the keys?
No, it's just a med kit. Fine, I'll take it. Oh, I can't. Never mind. Screw you.
You're full.
I'm full.
Not been using them, have you?
No.
Hey, that painting. That's a nice painting.
What, that one?
It's very weird.
It's alright. I've seen better.
I've seen better, but I do like close-ups of buildings for some reason.
Of course you do.
I find them odd.
A close-up photo of a building is odd. Or painting, right?
Well, a painting, yeah. Just like, why would you paint that?
I mean, you know me, I'm all about scenic views and environments and landscapes.
I like scenic views as well.
Alright,
well,
so
the key's
I'm
gotta be around somewhere.
Yeah, I'll meet you guys back when we find it, so bear with me.
Good, because I need a toilet break anyway.
Yeah. Hey guys, just a thought actually. We didn't explore this area and I completely forgot about it, so apologies for that. Obviously you can't unlock it in any other means, so we're going to discover where this goes. And I think, yeah, so I thought about this area which leads to the pool area. I cannot remember if there's anything worthwhile down here. Let me just actually equip a rebreather.
I've returned.
You have?
Have you found the keys yet?
No, I haven't. But there was this little area that I completely forgot to
I
discover.
was wondering if you could get in there. The aquarium.
Yeah. Wait. Oh, there's a... because I don't need to... It's annoying that you can't re-equip the thing and then unequip it, which is quite annoying. I honestly thought there was a key. I mean, it wouldn't really make much sense to put a key here, but then what else does?
I know, considering some of the other places that have hidden things, you could put it fucking anywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
There's definitely, it's got to be somewhere.
Oh wow, thank you. Just, yeah, that's all I need to know. It's gotta be somewhere.
It's gotta be somewhere. It exists. Pardon me?
Dang it.
Dang,
it's like you think you discover something, you get so close to it, and then all of a sudden, nope.
It's yeah.
Nope.
It's not the right trail at all.
Nope.
Checked every cabinet, every piece of furniture,
Pretty
every
much.
shelf, every odd texture in the wall, which
Pretty
could
much,
be
pretty
something
much.
secret.
Yeah, pretty much. Alright. Sorry guys, I'll be right back again. Hey guys, I'm back. So, as you've seen from before, we just managed to climb out of there and do our stuff anyway. But what I didn't realise as well is that you didn't actually need to use lockpicks. You can just nose. And there you go. Apparently grabbed the key for it beforehand. So let's speak to Morgan about the imposter mechanic.
I took him down. The helipad is secure.
Well, thank you. A small consolation. I would like to know how he got in here in the first place.
Well, that's kind of why you have to figure it out. It's your home.
It's your security that you gotta fucking deal with, mate.
Yeah. But in any case, I looked far and wide to figure out what the passcode is for and where I remembered you could discover it. Because I don't want to just, like, remember all the notes that I wrote down. Sometimes it's good
You
to
missed
have.
dinner, but help
You've already
yourself.
said that, shut up.
You said that like 3 times already.
But this is actually where we need to discover the code. Which, we don't actually have a key at all to open this. Not unless the devs have put one somewhere. I, for the life of me, couldn't figure out where there was a key.
Yeah.
And I don't think there is one that exists. Which is kind of annoying. Because it's like, why would it give you the option to, you know, use the multi-key function thing or whatever. So this is actually going to direct us into this cryogenic room with this character named Lucius de Beards, who's in there. And then we're going to look at this data cube, which gives us the passcode. One of the doors, which is 8001. Beth, feel free to visit with Morpheus while I am away. The code is 8001. I'm sure you will have many interesting things to discuss, and pay no attention to Lucius. He complains at the slightest provocation. Everett. This guy's got issues.
What are you doing back here? Denton, right?
Yeah. You're alive in that thing?
I am conscious. Tell Everett I am cold. He keeps me so cold.
Who are you? Do you mind if I ask?
The Supreme Enlightened. The leader of the Illuminati.
I thought Everett was a leader.
I am the leader. I brought the Illuminati up through the 20th century to the height of their power. I had presidents and premiers eating out of my hand. I am the one. Our decline is the result of my own. All we need is for me to get back on my feet. What did Everett tell you?
Nothing.
I merely await certain technologies. Then I will be restored. Everett has sworn it.
Freezing his bollocks off. They always are, aren't they, in his cryo thing?
I guess. I'm surprised he's even able to talk. Given he should be like in cryogenic state, suspension or status.
You could be talking with his mind. Telepathically.
Possibly. But
using some computers.
Either way, it's like... Okay, so the guy, Lucius de Beard, which I recently found out, is actually from the real live character of Lucius de Beard. Apparently there's a large amount of lore that's involved in that. Though I'm not entirely sure what it is that's involved.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to everyone about this.
Lucius de Beers says he's cold.
I know. 18 degrees Celsius, to be exact.
Don't you think that's a little chilly?
I keep his metabolism low so he will last. He is a good advisor. A one-man think tank, so to speak.
He said he's the leader of the Illuminati.
A harmless fantasy. He also thinks I'm going to restore his body.
You aren't?
The technology has been around for decades, but he does not need to know that.
Wow, what a dick.
Can you betray Everett and tell him?
You saw a piece of Echelon 3 in Beth's chateau. We salvaged some of the hardware.
What do you mean?
Surveillance used to be daemon-based. Daedalus is more distributed. A blip of his code runs on every communication device on the planet. If we control communications, we can organize and the other side cannot.
Wow, you really are painting yourself a pretty picture, aren't you, Everett? You just keep finding more and more ways to get me to distrust you.
Can you tell him the truth? What's Lucius?
To be honest, I wish I could kill him, but I can't. Game won't let you. Trust me, I've tried.
Might as well.
Vulnerable, but yes, you can tell Lucius, and you can actually do more than that.
Huh?
Where is he? I will remember these small injustices. When I am revived, I will remember.
So you can actually have a choice here. Everett will be here as soon as he can. Everett has no intention of reviving you. I'm going to choose the former of the decisions because Everett, I think, is an asshole. Everyone keeps telling me to watch my back with him. He's done nothing for me. And I owe him nothing. You know, he doesn't really deserve anything from me, so yeah.
Everett has no intention of reviving you.
He must. He has been commanded.
He keeps you on ice so that he can benefit from your experience. But he intends to rule the Order himself.
No. No. I will not allow it.
Secondary goal complete. Didn't even know it was a goal. Tell Lucius that Everett does not intend to... Yep, done that. Tell Everett that Lucius' beard is cold. So what do I do now?
I don't know.
Have I got to go back to... oh my god, I'm just flipping messenger boy here. Let's use this speedy boots, because, you know, obviously I'm sick and tired of running back and forth. I may cut this part out, but just include the conversations.
Lack of organization is exactly what has plagued X-51.
I didn't need to do that, did I? Oh, I hate you so much. So what do you want me to do then, Lucius?
I am not permitted to discuss.
Wow, like I gave two shits.
Just drown her out as you run away.
If I only had command of my body.
Of my body.
Southern accent that's not a real Southern accent, I swear.
I know.
Now even Everett betrays the Illuminati. Can no one be trusted?
No, you should have learned that lesson by now.
I mean, you're the leader of the Illuminati, and you've been in cryogenic suspension for God knows how long.
He's the ultimate one not to trust, and he's only learning now about trusting people.
It's kind of
Come
ironic.
the fuck on.
It's kind of ironic how you say he's the ultimate one not to be trusted, even though this guy is technically the ultimate one. He is the one, the Illuminati, the one.
Yeah, you don't trust the head of the Illuminati. Everett didn't, that's why he's trapped. Nobody should trust anybody, regardless of who they are.
Use the computer to my left. Find a way to shut me down.
Wow, you actually want me to kill you now?
All I wanted was to touch the world one more time. Take one more breath of air. I will not be a prisoner.
Don't think you got a choice now, mate.
You. Kill me.
You don't command me, mate. You really don't.
I command you.
I ask of you.
Say it in bigger parentheses for all I care.
I command you.
Dude.
I command you. I command you.
Whatever.
I think that command is going to go unhonored.
I know. I highly believe that as well. Oh yeah, cameras. Alright then. Let's shut you down. Wow. Bit of an arrogant prick sometimes, but whatever. Even I wouldn't I don't think even I would wish that on my worst enemy. Just keep him in cryogenic suspension for, I think, the last 50 years. However long he's been in power.
Yeah.
What did I tell you? That was my former colleague, my friend. I know he
Fuck
wasn't
off.
doing very well and he was in pain, but I wanted to keep him alive. Stop messing with my
own
equipment
game.
and get to the helicopter.
Dude, Everett, shut up, alright? Like you're in any position to determine whether or not I was doing the right thing or wrong thing. You're freaking hilarious.
They're great scientists, but isolated. They left Area 51 to protest Majestic 12's experiments, and that's what it amounted
Area
to,
51.
a protest. They don't even coordinate with the NSF, which is headquartered a few hundred miles to the north.
And suddenly...
You see the need for global organization. Someone has to bring these disparate groups together.
Oh yeah, and you're the freaking type... God, you sound exactly like the EU right now.
He's the saviour.
Pompous prick.
He's the saviour of the world.
Anyway, interesting dialogue, and to find out more, go to www. No, I'm not gonna.
He'll make a country called the United Everetts. Bad joke, I know.
Really?
Yeah, really. Yeah.
So just in case many people didn't know, Lucius de Beers is the primary Illuminatus, the head of ruling the Council of 5 of the Illuminati. During the 2020s, in fact, it was at the height of his power, I guess. This is weird because it says, I'm just looking on the information right now because I'm just trying to remember what it was that was established through him. And it says his nationality is British. Biggest load of crap ever, given what we just heard.
This game isn't representing him as British.
I know! Not even close.
Like a southern, not quite cowboy.
He was born in 1902. So this game would have made him the age of 150. So makes a little bit of sense why he was in cryogenic suspension. But during the 2020s, and one of the antagonists in Deus Ex games, and Mediaset in the 2020s. What game's that? He's been a member of the Illuminati since the 20th century. So he would have been an Illuminatus roundabout in his 90s or over hundreds. I really doubt he would have managed to live that long. Legitimately.
People can live till their 90s.
I know, but would you really be functional enough to actually coherently speak words and actually walk around as if nothing's wrong with you? I don't think so.
Oh god, yeah, some people in their 90s are fucking... Let me look at the Queen, for example. She's walking and talking.
How old is she?
She's like 95, 96.
Yeah, but she looks so frail. And this guy
yeah, I'm not saying
leader...
they're not going to be frail, but...
But they said that they're referring to this as during the 20th century, as in after the year 2000. I'm assuming.
No, the 20th century
it's
was
not. No,
the 1900s.
I'm sorry. Yeah. Oh, damn it! I hate that. It's not the 20th century if it's the bloody 90s. Then is it? Christ.
It is. The 1900s is the 20th century.
No, it isn't.
It is.
It's not
We're
the
the
same
21st
thing.
century.
Why is that?
Because the way the years began. Like the 0000s were the first century.
It comes before the year then, not after. I still stand by that. I just hate it. But whatever, if that's what the label is, I've got to deal with it. Yeah, so apparently during the Illuminati, during the 20th century, which was pretty much between the 1900s and 2000s, for anyone who don't know, and potentially even acted as its leader since then. During his rule, he ordered the assassination of both President John F. Kennedy and his brother Robert in 1963 and in 1968, respectively. Aha. In the events of Icarus Effect, which takes place in 2027, De Beers is living in a 15th century home in Geneva, Switzerland. A 15th century home. Because of his age. He requires regular treatments from Dr. Roman. Oh yeah, he would have been about 125 at this age. Whom he strongly dislikes. Dr. Roman, whom he strongly dislikes. However, the treatments are necessary to maintain his leadership of the group because the others, his protege, Morgan Everett, first among them, watch for his possible weaknesses. So it's pretty much like a coup. Like every Illuminatus who wants to be higher on the ladder has to eventually kill off or somehow prison, you know. Imprison, yeah, that's the word, sorry. Imprison the hierarchy one before him. Yeah, that's the mindset that Morgan's been raised with, and it's obviously the worst kind of mindset to have. Sound familiar? First among them, which is most during the conversation with the holographic busts of 5 men and 2 women, data tags showed their location. Hengsha. Sorry, I don't know why I thought to read that so many times. Where is Hengsha now? Is that in China?
I don't know, probably.
Paris, Dubai, Washington, Singapore, Hong Kong, and New York. I'm wondering if they actually built on this story a little bit.
What?
Well, if you think about it, Human Revolution, Adam Jensen goes to Singapore. That's not a coincidence now, is it?
I don't know, because I've not played them. I don't know what the plot is of them.
During the events of Icarus Effect, the Illuminati deploy the tyrants to assassination William Taggart of Humanity Front in Geneva. Saxon, the operation, it's just, which would find him the martyr for the anti-augmentation cause and push for a vote on UN regulations. William Taggart. Okay, now I know that name sounds familiar. I think that's the main antagonist for Deus Ex Human Revolution. I say main antagonist, there's several of them.
Yeah. Wait, it's not.
Oh no, it's
show,
not.
Is it?
No, it's the political guy who kind of is a. I can't believe you've not played Human Revolution.
No, I've not played any of the other Deus Exes.
Apparently, William Taggart was assassinated, so at least we know what happens to him in Geneva.
Yeah.
I'm just reading this off now because I didn't really know what the relationship was between the first game and Human Revolution. I know they tried to sort of contrively add a few story takes here and there. Like they apparently added Joseph Mandalay into Human Revolution, but he's only mentioned as a slight footnote into certain people's emails that you hack at the start of the game, and then he's never mentioned again. It's completely pointless having him there at all.
That's just for the fans, that is, to make them think they care.
It is, it's complete fan service, and it's so contrived. It's completely pointless. It's not the word controversy, is it? How do you refer to contrived?
Yeah, just contrivance.
Contrivance, that's it.
Yeah, just say that.
The operation is foiled by Ben Saxon. Oh, apparently he wasn't killed. Anna Kelso and the Juggernaut Collective led by Janus. I assume these are augments, which I have no idea about, to be honest. Anyway, I'm not going to read all of this stuff. I have no point. If you want to learn more about him, there's more information. I don't want to waste your time. I'm probably going to cut that out now that I think about it, or just put it in a separate video, whatever. So now we've got even longer. Let's go through, because now we've got the pleasure of discussing this with Morpheus, and I've just been given some more points.
Morpheus.
Yay, 6,000. We've literally just finished the last level of electronics, so which we're going to save it. And I'm not going to speak to him just yet. I want to see what's on the table. Project Morpheus. Ooh, and guess what? There's a key. Mirror lock mechanism added. A mirror lock? Are you freaking kidding me? Are you telling me this was the key to that bloody guy?
Yeah.
Lucius the
backtracking.
You needed that? But you needed this key in order to open his thing, to which you needed to know the password for this door. It's a catch-22. Complete catch-22. You can't have access one without the other. Morpheus. Okay, so basically Morpheus is an AI. And you'll find out exactly what that means.
J.C. Denton, 23 years old. No residence. No ancestors. No employer. No.
How do you know who I am?
I must greet each visitor with a complete summary of his file. I'm a prototype for a much larger system.
What else do you know about me?
Everything that can be known.
This is where this game gets really deep and philosophical now, but I like the way this dialogue goes, so enjoy yourselves for this.
Go on.
He even knows his porn.
You have proof about my ancestors?
You are a planned organism, the offspring of knowledge and imagination, rather than of individuals.
I'm engineered, so what? My brother and I suspected as much while we were growing up.
You are carefully watched by many people. The unplanned organism is a question asked by nature and answered by death. You are another kind of question, with another kind of answer.
Are you programmed to invent riddles?
I am a prototype for a much larger system. The heuristics language developed by Dr. Everett allows me to convey the highest and most succinct tier of any pyramidal construct of knowledge.
How about a report on yourself?
I was a prototype for Echelon 4. My instructions are to amuse visitors with information about themselves.
I don't see anything amusing about spying on people.
Human beings feel pleasure when they are watched. I have recorded their smiles as I tell them who they are.
Some people just don't understand the dangers of indiscriminate surveillance.
The need to be observed and understood was once satisfied by God. Now, we can implement the same functionality with data mining algorithms.
Sounds
yeah, but
like
this
China.
time it's real, so it's even worse.
Sounds like what Facebook and China are doing. And that's what recently YouTube got fined this year, 170 mil, because they leaked information on all of the children's accounts.
Yeah.
That many people found out of and managed to hack the information. So yeah, I agree with JC on this regard.
Electronic surveillance hardly inspires reverence. Perhaps fear and obedience, but not reverence.
God and the gods were apparitions of observation, judgment, and punishment. Other sentiments toward them were secondary.
No one will ever worship a software entity peering at them through a camera.
The human organism always worships. First, it was the gods. Then, it was fame, the observation and judgment of others. Next, it will be the self-aware systems you have built to realize truly omnipresent observation and judgment.
You underestimate humankind's love of freedom.
The individual desires judgment. Without that desire, the cohesion of groups is impossible. And so is civilization. The human being created civilization, not because of a willingness, but because of a need to be assimilated into higher orders of structure and meaning.
I think if you keep on expelling the dialogue, he'll actually go into further details with more dialogue, that back and forth thing.
God was a dream of good government.
Thing is, I think they're both kind of like a little bit right.
In their own ways,
Because you know, we do obviously need governance, because complete anarchy, I mean, everyone just fucking dies. But we do need governments, but we don't need a camera shoved up our ass. We don't need to be micromanaged, that's the thing.
Yeah.
Basic services, you know, yeah, but we don't want to be spied on. We don't want to be told what to think, what to wear, what to eat, who to like, who to dislike. There's the middle ground.
But what he's referring to is that humans aren't capable of, governing themselves, and he's basically saying through the machine's perspective, through an AI's perspective, that the machine will be unbiased towards things that would be the benefit of people's actual feelings and thoughts by collecting their, I suppose, reactions and emotions for what they feel whenever he talks to them. That's the only extent of his knowledge that he can guess. But apparently he likes, towards his feelings, his unbiased opinion towards that is the prevention of unhappiness, I guess. So he's referring to when if there's always humans, there's always going to be discouragement, fear, hatred, war, and other such things that we are in an age where we have to appreciate every little thing we have.
Yeah, that's the same for like everything that exists. Like we're not the only creature that does that kind of thing.
No, but we are. So we are, as humans, because look how easy it is for the left to be manipulated into their own gain and then carry on this poisonous trend of thought. You can't trust humans. After seeing what they've been doing, you can't trust them to ever govern. You can't even trust them to govern a bloody town, let alone a country. And this is what this guy's referring to. Human beings are by default fear-inducing, unprecedented reacting mammals, really. To some degree, we are intelligent. We are the most intelligent, advanced species on this planet. But most people are still slave to emotions and the first things that they hear, rather than actually gauging the availability of what information is at hand. They still choose to believe what they want, rather than what's the actual truth.
Oh, that's the thing. But then there's also access to the truth as well.
Yeah, but then most people just don't bother.
Well, that's it.
Because let's face it, there's so many different versions of the truth.
That's
many different truths. You don't know what to believe anymore.
No.
So everybody's technically incapable of making that proper decision by themselves.
Yeah.
You will soon have your God, and you will make it with your own hands. I was made to assist you. I am a prototype of a much larger system.
Now he's repeating his lines.
I am a prototype of a much larger system.
I could have sworn he says more than this.
I was made to assist you. I was made to assist you.
Nope.
Human being created civilization, not because of a willingness, but because of a need to be assimilated into higher orders of structure and meaning.
In other words, they did it because they wanted to be vain. Well, they're not wanting to be vain, they are vain. They were just trying to flaunt themselves into thinking, yeah, look what we can do.
God was a dream of good government. A human being created civilization, not because of a willingness.
I thought he spoke more than that. I honestly thought he did.
We also create civilization, so
while you're in the air, I guess I'll be helping Everett prepare Daedalus for the attack. I hope he knows what he's doing.
It's a fucking slaughterhouse out there.
I remember now. I'm sure Everett's got something to say about it.
What's that computer system for? The one with the blue face for an interface?
Oh, nothing. Just something for passing the time and amusing guests.
It has access to quite a bit of information, including information about me.
An old prototype, for Daedalus, actually. It doesn't really handle surveillance in its current state.
So you have your own private echelon system?
Mr. Denton, your pilot is waiting.
Don't avoid the subject. The funny thing was that it just reminded me of all of the prank videos that they used for JC Denton's voice.
Yeah.
They use that line a lot. What's that system? What's that system for? The one with the blue face for an interface.
Yeah.
God was a dream.
Sounds so stupid out of context.
You will soon have your God, and you will make it with your own hands. A human being
so sure of that.
Civilization, not because of a willingness.
I can't remember now, but I heard something that kind of resonated with me when someone mentioned about something like giving a description about all human beings. I can't remember what he said now. Like, it's just something about like how, you know better than humans to trust themselves with governing themselves and ruling themselves or something. Like they're a they're a very fear-induced, panicky, chaotic species. Which, that's what he's not wrong. I mean, look what the hell the world's been doing now, tearing itself apart over this stupid political correctness crap. You got Antifa, for God's sake.
We're quite a violent race.
Yeah. And that's why he's referring to people at this age.
But then how can you trust an AI? But then how can you trust an AI not to be violent? Because if it acts on logic and reason, it might think, oh, all these people are bad, kill them all.
It's
you can't trust the AI either, really.
It's basically the same principle as the AI in themselves learning from what they go with. They're only subjected to the information that they've been introduced with. That AI, Morpheus, has only dealt with a few people, preferably the Illuminati people, and maybe some guests.
That's not in. Yeah.
Maybe he has access. Well, no, because he obviously already knew J.C. Denton's information. So maybe this Morpheus character is, has access to quite a few information outside of its use as well, which is already like a red flag, because Everett's obviously already exceeding his power to what he has the right to do.
Well, that's it. But then,
when you talk about ruling the world through a camera and viewing everybody's life, that's not really an excuse to grabbing power. That's literally just being, I don't know what that is, to be honest.
Well, that's how they get power.
Well, it's how they really explore knowledge in a way that they're not supposed to. I don't personally think that's power. I think that's I don't know. It's definitely invasion of people's rights.
Well, that's it. If they know everything about you, they can They can guide you and manipulate you.
Let's go.
I wouldn't trust an AI to do any less, to be honest. I wouldn't trust total domination, regardless of whether it's a person, a government, or an AI. I don't care what their excuses are.
Remember what happened to Tay AI, that thing that was released by Microsoft?
Oh yeah, it kept on saying Heil Hitler and shit like that.
Yeah, it turned into a very nasty radical. I say nasty, but I mean, apparently it gauged all the information it had access to on the internet, and it chose that type of personality.
The snipers heard your helicopter and took off.
Yeah, because
you guys saved my life.
You can't tell what.
Glad you're all right.
What's
a joke?
Why is Majestic 12 attacking?
You with the NSF?
We have a common enemy, if that's what you mean.
MJ-12 is short a UC. They lost the one in Hong Kong, and now something has happened to the Pasadena Ocean Lab.
Are the Vandenberg labs safe?
The base is locked down until we can destroy the enemy bots. Unfortunately, MJ-12 disabled our own bot defense system, and no one has been able to activate the backup power.
I could give it a shot. Where are the controls?
There are 2 separate units at the west end of the base. It won't be easy. MJ-12 has hacked the security grid and taken control of nearly all of our defenses. Turrets, cameras, alarms, and they have snipers everywhere.
Easier than a straight fight with military bots.
I suppose you're right. I can give you a map. One of the units is in the main complex. The other one is in an exposed location. The activation code is 5868.
Many thanks. Okay, so we've just literally reached the Vandenberg labs now. We've finished Paris Forever. And when we come back in the next part, we're going to explore the base. So
God, those labs are quite big, if I remember.
Yeah, they can be a bit annoying, especially if you don't know your way around. But
there's
thankfully,
more vents. Fucking hell.
Oh yes, plenty more vents.
Of course, there's more vents.
But we'll explore all of that in the next part. So thanks again for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.
Yes, goodbye.